Yo, what's good? I'm back with the build cost and upkeep for my self-destructible unlootable loot room that works with the new update that kind of patched the way that all of my other bases used unlootable loot rooms. So I'll give you a tour right now. It's the most basic form of it. By that, I mean it is kind of large and requires to be surrounded by foundations if you're going to use twig, but if you're going to use wood, you just want to make sure that the four sides of this square right here that we're looking at are protected by sheet metal or high quality, so that raiders are forced to use as many materials as possible. You can fit a research table over here, by the way. I know a lot of you ask about that in my other videos where I don't include space for that, but it always will have space in the airlock, even if you need to pick up a sleeping bag, or you can just put it right outside your door. You'll see how you can repair the window right there. And then the whole way that this works is that you either have twig right here that's fully surrounded with door frames protecting it from being speared or whatever. And then we're just going to wall our TC off over here, and then if somebody comes around the corner, it will set off the flame turret and set the floor on fire, which we had at 2 health, or it would be twig, which would break instantly as well, causing everything to fall down. And you just want to raise the foundations up a tiny bit. You don't want to smash them all the way down to the ground, and that will make it fully unlootable and inaccessible to any raiders with the new patch that was just released. Also, make sure you put a half wall on the top where we have our drop boxes at. If you're interested in how the base is built, I'll show you 2 versions. I'll build the first version fully, and then the second version just requires the airlock to be removed, and you'll see what I mean later on in the build. But yeah, here is the way you build this new unlootable loot room, which kind of has to be incorporated into a base with a similar layout. But I can do more videos with this base in the future. If you want to see that, let me know in the comments down below specifically for what. Would you like to see different versions of this, or it incorporated into a larger base? Because really, this is a pretty good starter base for like a trio or whatever, you know what I mean? So let me know what you think about this in the comments below in general, or how you want to see me incorporate it in other videos in the future. One thing that I plan to do for the future is to not speed up anything and try to not cut as much as I can while I'm building, as I've had a lot of confusion in previous videos. So if you're somebody that's a little more experienced with the game, maybe put it on ×2 speed if you just want to get like a quick overview of how to build the base, because maybe other players learned from the way that I build and destroy things, which, by the way, this is a private server that I'm admin on, and I have certain privileges that you do not get in the normal game mode for any new players out there that are watching this. And to everybody else who's a little more experienced with building, if you join my Discord, in the description or on my about page, you can find an invite link to that. You can get whitelisted on my private server if you contact me and you want to show me like a build or something, and maybe get it featured on my channel in a video. So there's always that. Go check the description below for the Discord invite. For now, I'll just let this play out, and I'll catch you guys when it's near the end of the build. Now that was the first version of the base, which just cost a little less, maybe for some solos out there that want to utilize this design, which I didn't really intend for this to be a base build, more so an unlootable redesign, you know what I mean, like a redesign to the unlootable loot room after this new patch. But if you are larger than a solo, I would recommend building it this way, because as a solo, maybe you didn't consider building it this way, or maybe you just want it to be cheaper so you can throw it up. I mean, this is a pretty cheap base. Making it even cheaper would be beneficial for like a faster start. But yeah, just make sure you rotate the drop boxes around so that you can access them all if you're going to do it this way, just like how it did in the first version, except rotate it a little bit. And then this way you can also fit a box on the other side above the furnaces. And also you can fit a level 2 workbench after you destroy the level 1. But if you want a level 3, you're gonna have to subtract a furnace, but you can put them all in the same spot. Don't forget about this fireplace, by the way. This fireplace is crucial for allowing you to be able to repair your window and access the bottom 2 boxes. You can find the spot by just wiggling around and smashing your hammer, and then you'll figure out where it's at. So yeah, the build is almost done. I'll talk to you guys in a minute. That's pretty much all there is to the base. One thing I would recommend would be to upgrade some more triangles on your roof. That's about it. Maybe even add a second floor. If you do that, put the second floor access like in the airlock if possible. Do like a little furnace jump right in this front door right here. You could just put a furnace up here, or you could do it on this triangle right here with a ladder. It's up to you, but I like to put my second floor access near my airlock. So the whole point to this is that it's self-destructible, so that you either have a twig on the bottom with door frames at every corner, or walled off on every corner, so that it's impossible for anybody to like jackhammer or spear the twig out, because then they could just like break a door, and you know, if they know what this base is, they'll just be like, fuck you, and destroy it without even raiding you, because they're aware they're not going to get anything. But there are multiple ways that you could utilize this design. So if you upgrade it to wood, it won't stick out as much. Like, you'd have to look at it really closely to realize what type of base is going on right here. And another thing you want to make sure is that whatever you're upgrading the front right here to, like if you're going to upgrade it to sheet metal, make sure that all the floors surrounding the wooden or twig square are upgraded to the same thing, just for equal protection. Also, you cannot put a bag in here. You can't do anything with ladders or chairs because of the half wall above us, and then the quarter wall is just blocking access for the ladder to be placed. That's about all I got to say about this base. It's pretty fucking cool, honestly. I'm really glad I came up with this design. I was pissed off after I heard about the new update, and just all my bases are no longer viable options. But I mean, you can still do the quarter wall with the half wall above it, and then the quarter wall thing with 2 fireplaces. I showed that in one of my unlootable loot room videos. But yeah, I was pretty upset about that, so I thought I'd come up with a new unlootable loot room design that's self-destructible. I was just thinking about some flame turrets and like how they blow up, but they do not do damage to anything when they explode. They don't do fire damage to boxes either. They just do damage to the floor. So I came up with this little design. I should be back a little more consistent than I've previously been, so be on the lookout for some new videos. Check Discord. I'll be posting every time I upload a new video, as well as on my Twitter. So go follow me on Twitter, join my Discord. Thank you all for subscribing, and I'll catch you next time.